Hello everyone, welcome to my video, and this is basically my wings tutorial because I was asked to do it by one of my subscribers, and so I animate at 20 FPS frames per second, which means you have to draw 20 drawings to make 1 second of animation. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm not sure how to do this. I'm not sure if I should make a... Wait. I think I know where to start. So, I remember in one of my animation practices, I had a ball grow wings and then kind of just like fly into the air. So basically, if you are having an object fly into the air from a still spot, maybe, so first, so it has the wings, but first you have to make the wings go up before the object can actually fly up. So this animation, I feel like it could use some in-betweens, like this wing being a little bit more like that. So basically, you have to make the wings rise up into the air but before it can go down and the object itself can go up. So I think you should have like a slight grasp of physics and how physics work to animate a flying object with wings. I mean, I know nothing about physics, but I can kind of visualize it. I think this can use an in-between. Wait a second. Whoops. So I was making a bird animation, and then something happened. So I deleted it. Alright. So you just apologize for these little thingies. I have this like cursed line in the middle of the screen that if you go over, it will just start messing up everything. It's good for making straight lines, but it's not good for wanting to make curved lines in a natural looking drawing. So now the object will leave its wings in the air for a bit, and then the wings will rapidly come down in order to make the object blast up. So basically, imagine you had wings. So Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. Also, I'm sorry if the pen tapping on the tablet is annoying and obnoxious. Wait. So I want this. So I want this ball to stop in the middle of everything and just kind of flap its wings a bit to stay in the same spot. So obviously it won't be able to stay in the same spot because like bringing back to things that I said earlier about the physics thing, you can't just stay right in the middle of the air. So if the wings go up, the body will have to go down, and if the wings go down, the body will have to go up. So basically, so I will have to maybe tween things a bit sometimes. I apologize if you think tweening is cheating, but again, I don't apologize too much because I tween all the time. Also, funny story, one time in animation class, I was having trouble doing an animation, and like I brought in my tablet because I felt like I felt like traditional animation, pen on paper, was a bit of a hassle. So I brought in my tablet to impress everyone, but there was only one other person in the class with me, and that was my best friend, so I'm not impressing anyone. So I brought it in, and I was doing an animation, and I was having a bit trouble because it was an object rolling downhill. I was having a bit of trouble because the object wasn't just a flat, like a round ball. It was like something with like textures and stuff. So I decided to cheat a bit. I decided to tween, and I never told anyone this story apart from today, right now. So something I would recommend doing in an animation to make it look a bit more cartoony is smearing the animation. So smearing an animation isn't what you think. It's not like smearing the shading in a drawing app to make it look like it's soft shading. It's basically smearing an animation. It's like so this is a person. This is frame 1, so I want him to quickly move like that. So this is frame 1. This is frame 2. This is frame 3. It's like actually this is frame 1. This is frame 2, and this is frame 3, and this is frame 4 when the head goes back to normal. You see it's doing some weird things, but just like the bouncing ball animation. If you don't know how to do that, it's basically a ball bouncing. It introduces us, so this ball falls down, and then it kind of squishes itself down, and then it bounces back up, and then it kind of squishes itself down again. Then it kind of bounces until it stops. I like doing that animation because it's pretty easy and fun. So back to this. Let's see how the animation is going so far. So if you want the object to be kind of steady in the air, you don't want the wings to be moving really fast. You want them to be moving a little slower, so it won't just blast your object up. So like if your object is going just straight up into the air at a huge height, your wings will have to go really far down in a really low time, in a really small time. But if you want it to go up a small area, then you would want your wings to be a little less dramatic, a lesser area in more time. So I'm gonna try and do that here, but only not increasing or decreasing the area that the wings are flapping, just the time of the wings being flapped. Also, yesterday was my last day of school. I don't know if I mentioned that in yesterday's video. But I think I mentioned it in a video. But yesterday was my last day of school, and now it's the summer. So I'm going on a trip to Russia. I think I mentioned these exact stories in yesterday's video, but I think it's worth mentioning again because I probably won't be able to upload in the time that I'm in Russia. I might be working on videos, but I might not be uploading those videos, so maybe for a week I might be not uploading because I'm busy being in Russia. Should probably add some in-betweens to these frames in order to make them look a bit more natural. Also in an animation, you would really you will have to add in-betweens, like or change the animation up. Change up the animation up a bit, which is why I prefer digital over traditional, because in traditional you would have to if you're not doing, well, even if you are doing a flipbook animation, it's pretty hard to change up an animation once you're finished with it. Because when you're finished with the traditional animation, you would have to put it in a stop motion program and then record every single piece of paper that you drew. And it's pretty darn hard to do something like that. So first you would have to record the animation, see how and second, if something doesn't look right to you, you would have to take another piece of paper and put some in-betweens, but then you would have to repeat the whole process over again, but only with these pieces of paper included. So I'm just going to get right back at you after I added the in-betweens. Alright, I have finished the in-betweens. It looks kind of more natural now. So now we're going to make the ball kind of zoom to the side of it. But it will kind of need to kind of fly up there first to get more energy. So when it will violently flap its wings to go all the way over here, it will have more speed, and then it can kind of stop over here. So this kind of counts as an animation practice, but also a tutorial. Oh crap, this video is getting way too long. So I don't really know how to comment here, but so in order to stop something, so imagine you had wings and you were zooming at full speed down. So how would you stop? By simply just stopping your wings. You wouldn't stop. You would maybe slow down the process, and then you would just continue going. So how would you stop it? You would kind of flap your wings in the opposite direction of where you were going, and then sort of regain control. So I did that to stop the ball from keeping to move up. Wow, no, that was just way too fast. So I'm just gonna get right back at you when I finish fixing that. Okay, so I was adding in-betweens for this animation, and then I decided to take a little break to play Nintendo Switch. And I was like, you know, I'm kind of bored of these games, so I went to the Nintendo eShop to like see what free games they had, because I ain't about to spend no money on anything right now. Then I saw YouTube and I was like, ooh, because I had YouTube on the 3DS, and I was like, wow, let me see what this has in store for me now. So I went into YouTube. I went in without an account, and then I see 1 hour of Shrexophone. Yeah, so that's pretty legendary. So I'll see you actually when I complete the in-betweens, or when I find another legendary thing on Nintendo Switch YouTube. Alright, I finished adding the in-betweens, and I kind of fixed some things up a bit. If you can hear me, wait. And if you can hear some music in the background, it's me setting up some background music on the Nintendo Switch. So here's how it looks like now. What it looks like now. Yeah, a little too loud. Alright. So so now I want the ball to go over here, and then that, and then abruptly stop here. So I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna give you the sped up footage soon. Alright, now that we have finished the animation, let's go. Holy crap, 90 frames. That's a heckin' lot of frames. So it flies up, it goes around, and then it goes down, and then it just loops again. Is it possible to loop it? I don't think it is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Wait, 1 second, my mom's calling me. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful. Hope it taught you a bit of physics, and have a nice day. This video was way too long, and have fun animating your wings.